is going on YouTube? Fizzle here, bringing you something different on my channel. I'm going to bring you a how-to today on how to make one of these bad boys right here. One of these overlays that I use on my my Pokemon that Let's Plays and Nuzlocke and everything, and here's the other one that's going to be coming up here soon. But I'm going to show you guys how to make one, and this is going to be my Blaze Black 2. So you guys will get a nice sneak peek at my Blaze Black 2 overlay that's going to be coming up when I do that, or that start of that Nuzlocke. And let's go ahead and get started on this. So I'm going to open up this folder. I've already got one folder in here. It's the badges folder. It's got all my badges for this game. They're just kind of jumbled up right now. I'll get to them later. But what we're going to do is you're going to need a few folders. Like in this one, how it has a few folders. It has the Pokemon folder, which is going to have Pokemon in it. The team folder, which is its own thing. The badges folder, and the screens folder. Then we got the wallpaper. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing in this one. So we're going to close that up. And what we're going to need to do is we're going to make a new layer. Make sure it's inside our Blaze Black, and it's going to be the bottom layer. So what you're going to want to do first, actually, is it's going to be a new, and you're going to want to have width at 1280 and height at 750. I think 720 is what you want, actually. No, mine auto sets to 750, so I guess 1280 by 750 is what I'm using for some weird reason. That's an awkward number. So we're going to go ahead and go with that, and what we're going to do now is we're going to File, we're going to place. We're going to pick a background. So I already have the background that I picked for this one. I think this is what I was going to use. So we're just going to go ahead and place this. And we're going to have to outstretch that. So never mind. We're not going to use that one. We're going to say delete. And we're going to file. We're going to place. We're going to pick one of these Zekrom backgrounds I have, because this is going to be Blaze Black 2. So it is going to have Zekrom in it. I think we're going to do this one. I kind of like the way this one looks. Just gives me a nice little Zekrom. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take each corner real fast and stretch out just a bit to get rid of that nasty little look around the picture. We're going to place that. So that's going to give us our background. So that's going to be step one. Now, step two is actually getting the screens on there. So you're going to find out where you're going to want to put your screens. And on this one, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to put the Pokemon at the bottom again like I did last time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my first screen right about here. So you're going to pick the size you want your screen to be. And mine's going to be roughly that big. So that's going to be my screen. And I'm just going to leave it a big black square for right now so I can see it. It's just there. It's in the way. So we're going to take this thing right here again. This is the Shapes tool. We're going to make sure we get the rectangle. And we're going to put our second screen. And our second screen is going to be right here. I kind of want this Zekrom showing because I like to have something showing in my my background. So that's going to be my Zekrom right there. So there we go. We got Zekrom showing. He's up in the corner. He looks all cool and everything. And now we're going to start the next step. So the next step in this would be, real fast, is go ahead and make a folder. Totally the wrong button. We're going to make a folder. We're going to title this Screens. And we're going to take both of our screens and just put them in there. We're actually going to put the smaller one on top so we know that that's the smaller one. So we can move the screens one now. We can lower it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make the 6 boxes that our Pokemon are going to be in. So we're going to take this tool again, and we're going to make ourselves a tiny little box about yay big. It's a black little box. That'll do. So now what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate this layer. And then we're going to hold shift, and we're going to drag it over. And we're going to put about this much space in between each one. So just constantly duplicate the layer and drag it on over. And I butchered something there, so I'm going to hold shift, drag it sideways. That looks too big, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it right about there. And duplicate it, hold shift, drag it sideways. And duplicate this one, hold shift, drag it sideways, and then one last time. So we have 6 Pokemon. Just line this one up with the end here. So you can work them around. I'm just gonna leave them how they are because I'm not too picky when it comes down to it. I might bump this one out just a bit. I don't know. Move this one in just a smidge. About right there. See, now that looks about right. So they're all roughly about the same distance apart. I know there's this one weird gap right here that's just always like that is for me for some reason. So we got our 6 Pokemon. And last but not least, we need to open up our badges page. We need to create a new layer. We need to put it in our badges folder, and it should drop it straight to the bottom. And we're going to pick a spot for our badges now. So we're going to take our rectangle tool, and we're going to go ahead and put our badges down here. Just going to put all of our badges down here. And I guess it totally didn't want to, so we're going to cancel. This is our... Okay, so we got our badges square now. We got all of our badges. So what we want to do is we want to get all of our badges lined up in the correct order here. So we got first, second, third, fourth, or no. This would be first.
Welcome to the Pokemon Uprising. I'm your leader, the Defiant One, aka Richard Florence, and today I'm going to bring you a tutorial video because a lot of people are wondering how I make my layout. I was planning on putting this up for the 200 subscriber special, but...
What is going on, everybody? It is Edison T. Crux, and what is this? This is not my usual kind of thing. Well, this is GIMP, also known as GNU Image Manipulation Program. This is a open source image editing program, or like graphic thing, kind of like the poor man's Photoshop, which is open source, which means that it is free and also open so that other people can modify and adjust it, which is really, really cool stuff. And what we're doing today is we are going to do this is going to be a tutorial on how to make a really cool Pokemon, Pokemon Nuzlocke layout, or border, or whatever you want to call it. A cool layout that you can have around your Pokemon game. Like if you want to do a Nuzlocke, like for example, here is my layout for my Heart Gold Nuzlocke, which I made using GIMP. Which I think looks pretty snazzy, and you might want something like that too, so I'm going to show you how to make that. So first things first, you want to download GIMP. I'll have a link in the description and all that stuff. You want to create a new image. Now, typically I do all my videos for 1280 by 720p, or whatever you want, pixels, whatever. That's what the final video file is that goes up to YouTube, so that's what I make all my graphics for, or layouts for. So first thing you want to do is you want to get something set as like a background. Now, if you've never done GIMP or any image editing program, this might be a little bit foreign, so bear with me. But in a nutshell, over here on your left, and you can rearrange this if you want, but over here on your left is going to be all your tools, such as the move tool where you rearrange things, a fill tool, text creating tool, all your various stuff. This is your foreground color and background color, which you use when doing some of these things. And these are tool options, which varies depending on what tool you've got selected. If I totally lose you, I apologize. I've been doing video, or like, image editing stuff since